It's back to school for BC kids in just 1 week, and there are so many unanswered questions about whether enough is being done to keep students and teachers safe.
In the U.S. and the U.K., they are seeing a surge in pediatric cases as schools are already in session. CTV's Penny Daflos now on why some say outdated science is guiding BC's reopening at a time when the Delta variant is flourishing.
Provincial officials tell CTV News all 1,500 schools in BC are working on ventilation, with some classrooms upgraded, but the details are murky. The Ministry of Education could not tell us whether the standards they follow for air quality are based on original COVID or the ultra-contagious Delta variant.
Rules and regulations, they are out of date, and that is creating all kinds of needless risk.
This expert points out even if BC followed Ontario's lead with a portable HEPA air filter in each classroom, we'd still need mask requirements for elementary students and do the kind of systemic testing BC has never done in schools.
When you take a large number of kids who cannot be vaccinated and you put them together indoors, sharing air without masks up until grade 4, you are creating the conditions by which you will get a lot of child COVID cases. And I'm struggling to identify what protective factor BC has that will make that not happen.
I think there's still a lot of work left to do.
Teachers are questioning whether the ministry is doing enough to combat airborne transmission of a more contagious version of the virus.
There seems to be a real focus on how schools were operating and what the experience was last year, when we're concerned that this year it's going to be completely different.
There could have been more done that government chose not to do.
This former school board chair and education commentator believes boards can and should have more protections in place.
Parents who have medically vulnerable kids, kids with developmental disabilities, perchance that may be at higher risk, are now having to make some really difficult choices about what to do and really feeling left on their own by the lack of safety protocols.
We know how to do this. We safely kept schools open last year.
The province's top doctor insists the grade 4 to 12 mask mandate is enough because many people are vaccinated.
We don't expect to see an explosion of cases. It is absolutely not surprising that we will see an increase of cases, and they're related to communities where we're seeing increased transmission in the community.
And Penny joins us now. Penny, is there any indication of how many infections we'd need to see before the province might consider more safety measures in schools?
No, but we have seen in other countries they're seeing about 1% of kids who test positive for COVID end up in hospital. That does not sound like a big number, but there just aren't many pediatric hospital beds available. What I hear again and again from parents, teachers, and observers is they want proactive rather than reactive measures. But as we've seen, Dr. Henry typically prefers a soft hand approach with the minimum restrictions unless absolutely needed, Scott.
All right, thanks, Penny.